屌！喂，聽下得唔得先？哇！手機冇電喎。喂，聽到？睇下先。得。咦，有人留言喎，hello。喂，美斯 hello，阿菠蘿 hello，Alan。hello，聽唔聽到？隻 game 未開嘅，所以而家黑畫面。咁我 share 埋啲 link 咧就開始啦。OK， 整埋落去個咩先？睇下啲留言有冇更新先。Hello， 米奇王子 ，Hello。今日哆啦 A 夢有冇跑馬拉松？冇話跑馬拉松啊，行都行唔到啦，更何況跑。我而家已經係一名老人家嚟嘅，啲手痛、腳痛啊、腰痛啊、腳踭痛啊，乜膠痛都有齊晒，搞唔掂。你倒不如啊，問下大家有冇準備呢一個情人節禮物嗰個啦。不妨宣傳下自己而家鋪頭所有嘅景品啦。景品係咩意思呢？即係你啲夾公仔嗰啲景品啦，又或者係一啲龍珠嗰啲 figure 景品啦，全線85折啊！快啲撲埋嚟買啦！真係做到14號嘅12點嘅啫，完咗就冇噶啦。Nicky Porter 唔知咧，我而家嘗試校一校啲 setting 咧，睇下佢會唔會冇咁叻。因為咧好明顯我而家開住嗰個CPU 咧係爆晒嘅，100% 用晒個 CPU， 所以就可能勁啲。我再 share 啲嘢先。做咩咁高興啊？係咁噠咕嚕嘅咩30蚊收乜柒啊？黐線真係吔招啦！50蚊仲50蚊已經夠平啦，仲話30蚊收。唉，真係簡直係咩啊？喺乞衣兜揦飯食啊！簡直係，唉，好，唉，差唔多算啦，就咁啦。電話冇電，叉電先。我哋呢度有冇係單身狗啊？應該好多單身狗啊，係咪好多單身狗？單身狗，唉。有次話佢3080顯卡都會拎啊，亨利垃圾顯卡，我得2080 Ti 啫喎。不過喂，真係好佢我唔知係咪呢啲原因啦，但係佢隻 game 嗰個擊數咧都真係唔嘢少喎，好似有成90幾 G 嘅喎，即係我喺用電腦 download 呢隻 game 咧，都 download 咗成2個幾鐘之前。我開個 我開下會員 Wing 燒個 iPad 嚟睇你哋啲留言先，要強調一下真係。睇下先 ，YouTube 喺邊度睇啊？同埋你要知道喎，我而家係用一部機嚟做緊呢一個連線直播之餘，再加埋呢一個打機喎，所以其實負荷都好重。又用人哋部機睇鹹片，係咯，我淨係識得睇鹹片，唔識得睇 YouTube。NBA 過100G，但係都係會嗰啲人物都係咁生硬嘅啲動作。睇下先，你知偽毒一早結咗婚啦。我曾經都參加過10K 嘅馬拉松啊 ，Terry， 哇咁犀利！你又準備14號放閃？唔會咯，老啦，老唔好搞咁多嘢啊！真係老夫老妻唔好搞咁多嘢。但係又俾阿老婆又鬧，唉，好難做啊！男人你知唔知啊？又要記呢啲節嗰啲節咁樣樣。Henry 小心睇清楚先，有冇開鹹網？唉，有乜所謂啫？大家男人嚟啫嘛，我哋都男人台，你都唔係女人，冇女人台啊。除咗我老婆會睇，同埋我老婆個外母會睇。啊，唔係我老婆個外母，真係咩意思？我外母唔係我老婆個外母。係啦，又唱首歌，又俾你估中咗，唔係嘛？唔會咯，幾多點啊？而家7點幾啫，而家。唉，都要戴翻口罩。Hello 馬偉，喂嚟啦，唔好講咁多廢話啦，因為咧隻 game 都未開嘅，其實黑畫面大家最中意係嘛？黑畫面啊多人睇啊，屌真係吹水黑畫面啊多人睇，一玩 game 咧屌咩得2-3個人睇，好似琴日咁戇鳩鳩咁，一人又話我戇鳩鳩，自己掛住玩 game 又唔睇留言，但係琴日有啲留言都完全冇喐過，柒嘅真係。不過開頭係有啲悶嘅，我覺得個感覺，即係佢係咁介紹佢自己個故事咧，但係又唔知佢講乜呢個故事，淨係喺度學魔法咯。而家入咗去學院入邊咯，唔知做乜鳩咯，好似入咗去國羅芬多啊。其實我都唔係好記得Harry Potter 係喺國羅芬多定係咩史萊哲林，係咪得2個㗎咋其實？喂嚟啦，係咪開波咗啦？唔係喎，我未 capture 個畫面出嚟喎，睇嚟係嘛？黑掹掹嘅喂，喂，唔係 capture 咗，見到正在準備着色器。佢每次開機咧都會搞呢條咁嘅巴出嚟。但呢隻 game 嘅還原度幾高？我買豪華版定普通版？你覺得呢？米奇王子，你覺得我會買豪華版定普通版？哈利波特好玩 ，Harry Potter， 亨利波特好玩啲啦。我呢個係呢個角色，仲要可以加多一個新角色嘅。睇下先。設定值係咩啊？切除角色設定檔啊，咁又唔好。B 再入遊戲係 X， 手動儲存嘅之前係9.03分係手動儲存，就9.03分啦。免費版，梗係普通版啦！我哋啲 cheap 雞友，唔好搞咁多嘢啦，仲要貴成80幾蚊喎。我都唔爭再等嗰72小時啦，等埋佢啦。我哋又唔係啲咩名 YouTuber， 一定要發聲玩先嘅，係咪先 ？This way 係咪好啲啊？我哋再加教啲嘢先。呢一個啊嘛，呢一個嘅畫質全中啦，開，唔知呢啲關唔關事啊？光線追蹤反射，其實係咪應該熄咗會好啲呢？光線追蹤陰影，唉，熄鳩晒佢，唔好煩。套用設定， 要重新啟用機喎，先至可以喎。翻回係咪要重新啟用先得咧？算啦，唔好理。
The guide will give you opportunities to practice.
入咗咯，而家呢個係咪學院啊？你唔好話俾我聽呢個唔係學院啊！關晒啦，咁唔使理啦。重設預設值，選擇返回。
Educate yourself about visiting the
而家要跟隨呢一個衛斯理教授，係嘛？扭緊屎忽花喎，你見唔見到個
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
左右
Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do
哇！
keep
啲
up.
光線都幾堅喎，我咪熄咗啲光線，有啲殘眼添。
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
我隻牛咩啊？隻牛喺下低有啲咩嘢？
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what
只
the guide
要
says.
對他施放現行有咩話？現行點樣放啊？唔記得。
Revelio.
現行喺呢個係啦，收集係咩嚟㗎？呢個肖像，這個肖像描繪住乜嘢？咩啊？他曾經把 F 嘅音發成 S， 結果因此倒在地板上，胸口上還踩住一隻水牛。咁即係咩意思啊？攞咗呢個，你解鎖呢個指南挑戰，完成挑戰進度將會在此處顯示。霍格華斯收集指南嘅頁面，咁點啊？而家咁點啊？實戰指南會獲得 XP 途徑，開啟呢個實戰指南。喂，定咗喺度嘅點解？喂，你唔好同我講輕機啊！屌柒你，係咪㗎？唔係，嚇死朕！嗱，撳呢個，這是你嘅巫師等級，從挑戰中獲得嘅經驗值可以提高你嘅等級與戰力。實戰指南會挑戰，哇，好似好複雜咁喎。咩料啊？挑戰呢一個，收集手章，哇，好複雜喎。即係點啊？每個挑戰都會有唔同等級，完成一層就會解鎖特殊獎勵，內容包括外觀同埋強化道具，必須從挑戰選單中選取獎勵。佢有4間學院入咗邊間？唔係啊嘛？又嚇下你先，扮死機再玩咩啊？我唔知喎。總之入到去嘅時候，咪入咗個大廳度，然後之後就有班死僆仔，然後之後就笠住頂帽，之後分你係邊一個地方咁樣噶嘛，就係咁咯。咁啊笠咗落去就笠咗落角羅芬多度咯。喂，同隻貓傾偈先。哇！呢隻豹定貓嚟㗎？咬鳩我一陣。冇時間浪費啊！你唔好搞震。我走咯。一掂到隻貓即刻甩機屌！可唔可以行快啲啊？
Good timing.
Good timing.
Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide
你嘅實戰
contains a
指南
map
裏
of the
面有一張
castle.
地圖，
Open
把
it
它
up
打
and
開，
find
找到中
Central
央大廳
Hall.
吧。開啟地圖係撳呢個。中央大廳係咩啊？中央大廳呢度，南區啊，綠色火，咁撚複雜嘅喂。返回地圖，繼續圖書館區域。我哋而家係咪去圖書館區域啊？真係要。佢呢度又唔係喎。解鎖了中央大廳嘅咕嚕啊！透過乜嘢旋轉地圖啊？我嗰粒點啊，去揾呢個位啊！中央大廳穿梭，角羅芬都係危險。隻 game 係咪好似 Dark Souls 啊？唔知，我冇玩過 Dark Souls，我淨係玩過 Elden Ring 嘅喎。
And here we are Quite the time
到
saver.
啦，唔好
These
嘥
stairs
時
lead
間啦，
directly to Central
沿
Hall.
住走去大廳，走咯，
You can get almost anywhere in the
好
castle
快能夠
quickly
抵達
from
成個
Central
任何
Hall.
地方。
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station,
王
so
子
to
十
speak.
字車站。
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as
米
possible
村
to
去
replace
採
the
購你旅
supplies you
行
lost
上
on the
遺
way
失嘅
here.
補給品啊！即係點啊？你能告訴我更多關於魔咒嘅事？黑魔法防禦術具體係乜？末米村係咩地方？
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I am to be there with friends in due course.
Defense Against the Dark Arts class.
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hk in charge of our students' education in that regard.
甩雞喎！甩雞喎，好似。搞唔掂，係喎，轉喎，接收數據量不足。
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of
又要
course.
更新個畫面先得喎。
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
mouse 都冇咗嘅，唔得喎。繼續黑魔法防禦術。
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
點錯？好爭。
Is that all you've got? Yeah. Come on! Levioso!
Professor Hk!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
好啲啦，應該係咪冇咁叻？又係沿住呢一個撳 A 掣。
Levioso.
Levioso. Levioso.
Now, let's try something a
接下
little
來攞個
larger.
大啲嘅試下。
Let us begin with the basic cast.
T 使咗基本師。
See how the dummy deflected your cast?
彈開
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
下先，使用來嚇，就係呢一個。能就黑暗環境中照亮唔關事，呢一個突襲敵人，按住往指派 B 咯，咪真係 B 唔係嘅 B。
Good. Now, the basic cast.
點知啊？突破黃色半球。
Good. Now, the basic cast.
Potato.
Well done.
Well done. 唔係啊，2080 Ti 嘅，
Very
都係
good.
之前
But
買
the
嗰部
best
電
way
腦
to
啫嘛。
practice is by dueling.
有
We'll
轉
start
㗎
with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts
唔係
welcome.
琴
Now,
晚先有咩
I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
You're good.
How perceptive. How's the view?
Remember the lesson. Levioso is quite effective in contact with other spells.
That had to hurt.
哇，樓價樓得好緊要。係啊係啊，而家個狀況係運行唔到喎，而家。即係你話我玩緊隻 game 就都有少少力㗎啦。之餘，如果你話你要再開埋直播，更加走格添，走晒格。再試一次。
This should be easy.
You're good.
How perceptive. What are you doing up there? Take it.
Cast Levioso to throw your opponent off guard.
Rather good at this, aren't you?
I know. Levioso! How's the view?
Remember the lesson. Levioso is quite effective in concert with other spells.
You're not going to make this easy, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it. Not sure what I did to deserve that. This should be easy. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy life duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hk. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can.
Hello, 貴公子。
Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
呢個係咩啊，靚妹？問下佢先。
I'd hate to face Professor Hk in a duel.
呢度有嘢攞喎，呢度有個寶箱嘅話呢個位。
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Lumos.
If I could undo all that happened that day,
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more. Splendid! Happens to the best of us.
簡正發作啊！
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, very good. Don't lose your composure. Splendid! Stay focused. Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go! That is how it's done.
Happens to the best of us.
Let us see this. Yes!
That's it!
Watch this. Phew. Well done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. There we go.
Very good.
Here we go. That is how it's done. Nicely done. Watch this. Natsai. I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Not to worry. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
A tie game! It turns out we were evenly matched. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
A word, if you would.
if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? And what a close match between you and Miss Onai. Invigorating.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you? Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
How nice to see you, my young friend. Levioso. Accio. What are you up to now? Levioso. Levioso.
即係講緊我喎，衛斯理教授堅持對方需要我哋 護送，還需要有導師。呢個校長嚟嘅喎。喺度有條友，教授辦公室。冇得同佢傾偈喎。咦？有嘢攞喎？屌唔係嘅。灰地奇護目鏡我有喎，攞咗個灰地奇。
Cookie simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from the fight.
哇，唔得喎，窒得好緊要，一跑就窒。
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.剪緊草。中央大廳。
支線任務現在可用。
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecate and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
我準備好出發。
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
復修魔咒。
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
收集飛行嘅書喎，咪即係之前試過咯。唔到喎，邊個位啊？在受損雕像附近收集飛行嘅書頁。啊？邊度有？
Levioso.
Hmm? 受損肖像附近飛行嘅書頁，在黑魔法防禦術高塔收集飛行嘅書頁。 喂，呢度？我唔知呢個，咁我點樣攞啊？咁樣攞。仲有一個位啊，呢度。
Page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant!
Levioso! Accio! Levioso!
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
復修解鎖，復修係咁呢個掣。
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
完成咗作業。頭先呢個位係咪有個像喺度？呢個復修。
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
好，咁啊今日差唔多啦，嚟到呢度玩到呢度先。齋正啊！我唔知大家睇嘅時候會唔會窒得好緊要。我玩嘅時候其實都有啲窒，所以都幾麻煩。我已經撳到個解像度好低。大家好，我做咗老襯，恭喜晒喎！咁就睇下先。設定就喺呢一度，係咯，品質校晒低㗎咯。聲音係呢一個，呢個係咩咧？顯示上調類型，呢個品質自動。低延遲，垂直同步咪要關咗佢啊？咁隔60 feet， 移動模糊，唔好移動模糊啦。景深開可以嘅，色差，膠片火粒，選擇顯示器，2080 Ti 咯，係咯，唔係2080 T 嘅。貓頭鷹順條裝備我哋可以，我而家戴翻個頭眼鏡，好怪。魔法手杖袍同埋衫領巾，全部倉庫有啲嘢，呢個係咩嚟㗎？睇嗰個收藏，呢個咩收藏？放幅畫，任務，歡迎來到活米村，可以玩。古代魔法頭像同埋古代魔法我可以玩到。好，有女人好困身。好啦，係咁先啦，今日玩到呢度啦。再見啦！聽日應該冇直播啊，聽日。我睇下點樣出發先，應該係咁樣出發應該。個掣 hit 個機 ，save 咗先。 唔係喎，儲存遊戲，手動儲存咗先。OK。之後就退出遊戲。OK， 掂。好啦，咁啊，今日嚟到呢度啦，多謝大家收睇啦。齋精啊，下回再見，拜拜。